What's going on, beer lovers? Did you miss the beer reviews? Well, guess what? We're back with some more. And today we're actually reviewing a beer from Equilibrium Brewing Company. This is part of their Fractal Series, and this is Nelson. So if you're ready, stay tuned. Welcome back to another episode, beer lovers. I'm Jeff.
And I'm Jacob.
And what are we reviewing today, Jacob?
Fractal Nelson from Equilibrium Brewing, which I have to draw attention to the artwork because that's what I do. But it also really deserves your attention. It's one, if you've never stared at fractals, you should definitely do that, sober or otherwise. But this particular pattern is like hop fractals. And it's really cool, and I'm like, kind of thinking maybe now I need a hop fractal tattoo somewhere. Maybe you do too. You're welcome. But also this beer is a 6.8% IPA, which is just that good range. It's got a cool logo. Equilibrium is apparently from Middletown, New York, which I actually just visited New York for the first time. Went up to upstate. Apparently, Middletown is literally like the middle of the state, so not even close to where I was.
Middle of nowhere.
Just middle. Didn't look like there was anything really next to it, so it's probably gorgeous there. Knowing what upstate looks like, that brewery is probably beautiful to visit, just out of a guess.
Yeah, so just to let you guys know a little bit about this beer, it's brewed with 100% Nelson hops. This Fractal Series, it's literally a series that Equilibrium does. I'm pretty sure I've tried a couple of these. Okay. They don't all have this can design though.
Oh,
okay. They have a couple of the ones have like the giant Equilibrium sign on it, and then some cool design. But this is definitely a standout.
Okay.
And it's actually like a foil design too, so it has just
it's
a really
nice,
really beautiful lighting effect. I mean, can design alone, A+. But obviously we care about the beer, so we're gonna go ahead and crack this bad boy open. If my
having some trouble
weak ass little fingers could open.
Need help?
These child safety caps, man, I swear, they get me every time. Gosh,
it's a nice color. Liking that right away.
Oh yeah. Yeah, shout out to Mr. K's Liquor. They're our local bottle shop, and they get some of the coolest stuff in. Mike there literally calls up breweries and says, how can I get your beer in my store?
Smell that.
Woo!
That's a nose, a lot going on. I like it. Ooh, kind of like musty dank a little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely got some dank on there. There's some tropical notes too, which I'm surprised out of Nelson. A little bit. You do get a little bit of that white wine grape kind of vibe too.
But like grape must.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like there are some people who get that a lot out of Nelson. I sometimes have to search for it, but this is like just jumping out of the glass.
Yeah, it's actually surprising because the aromas that are jumping out of the glass are not the aromas that you would normally think would jump out of a glass, if that makes sense. Like, to me, it's like things like tangerine or pineapple. Like, those are very strong, punchy aromas. What's coming out of this is, it's punchy, but it's not the things that I would assume would be punchy. So, here you go.
And it's almost like the more I smell it, the more I'm getting different notes out of it, which is fun, when the character of a beer changes.
Yep. The head is very soapy. It looks like it would stick around a while, but it ain't going to be there very long because I'm going to drink it. So,
yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh, that mouthfeel. Oh, this is pleasant. This is really nice.
That's really good. Bitterness level is like 0.
Pretty low, yeah.
I didn't get any bitterness out of that. We did have a starter beer that was an IPA, but that one wasn't even super bitter. This is like nothing.
Really good mouthfeel.
Yeah, sweet, soft, silky mouthfeel. You get like candied grapes. You get a little bit of like I don't know that like the flavor itself wasn't so tropical for me. It was more fruity.
Yeah, but it's when we say sweet, it doesn't taste like a sweet IPA. You know, it's just
Not like milkshakey.
no, not at all.
It's like if you took like a white grape, like a frozen. I'm thinking frozen white grape.
Are you thinking of like the cotton candy
Yeah, something like
grapes
that.
from Costco?
And just maybe bit into it, but then just kind of like sucked on the frozen grape a little bit. Everything's got to be sexual with this guy. I swear. Get your mind out of the gutter, bro.
Didn't say shit.
Anyways, it's kind of like sucking on a frozen grape. It's getting that natural sweetness out of it. It's not super sugary or anything. It doesn't taste under fermented. It doesn't taste lactosey. It just tastes like sweet, delicious grapes and fruits. I get a little bit of pear in there too. I'm getting like those softer fruits, like those less pronounced fruits.
Yeah, sometimes when you know what hop it is, like I try not to make my brain think of like all the tasting notes that I know that hop has. I would say this is one of the first times when I've had a Nelson beer where I am 100% getting those stereotypical Nelson notes of like, this is like wine. It's got that, grape must, the grape skin kind of thing going on. There's been so many times where I only vaguely get that, and I can't help but think like, oh, this is just my brain playing tricks on me. This one, I'm like, oh, that's
that's Nelson.
People, when I hear people talk about Nelson, this has got to be it.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, well done.
Yeah. It's a great testament to the hop variety for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just something very, like, delicate about it that does make me think of wine,
Now, if we're thinking about rating this beer, we haven't done that in a while.
True, yeah.
Usually because we rate everything good and then people give us rating it good. So I'm not going to rate this beer, but what I would tell you guys is this is coming from the other side of the country. It does not have a canning date on it, so I could... Oh, yeah, it does. September 9th. Okay. So it's more than a month old. It's like a month and a half old at this point. And it's drankin' fan-freaking-tastic.
Yeah.
I'm sure anybody that lives anywhere near Equilibrium probably is drinking their stuff all the time. I'm grateful that Mr. K's gets Equilibrium delivered to them now. But I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb and probably say this is either one of the best or the best Equilibrium beers I've ever had. I think there's one more. Can't think of the name off the top of my head. I probably posted on Instagram, so if you guys want to go digging in my Instagram and let me know in the comments, thank you. I'd appreciate it, because it's going to beat me up later. I'd like to do a side-by-side of those two and compare them because, I don't know, this is a fantastic beer for a month and a half old.
It really is. I would say I enjoyed the aroma, probably 10 out of 10. The flavor is much more delicate. I don't know if... I think I was more impressed with the aroma, but that sounds like I'm digging on the flavor, and that's not what I mean.
You just were more surprised by that.
It's just one of those beers where you just want to keep on smelling it. It's been a while since we've done these beer reviews, but I know for a fact there's been a couple other beers where I've had that same thing where I just want to take that aroma in, and then I drink it and I'm like, it meets expectations, but the flavor isn't out of this world.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I feel about this one, and I really don't mean that as a bad thing. I mean that as kind of a satisfactory thing. It's hitting the spot, The aroma was amazing. The taste is hitting the spot. Would have another, That's
good,
what I want.
I bought a 4-pack. No, I'm just kidding. I should have, though.
Honestly, probably. This is one of those I would recommend. Get the whole 4-pack.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, guys, there you have it. That is our review of Fractal Nelson from Equilibrium Brewing. That is a mouthful to say, let me tell you. If you guys enjoyed this episode, just give us a thumbs up, share with your friends. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. If you guys have had this beer before, let us know in the comments what your thoughts are. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What were you getting out of it? That kind of deal. We always love talking about the beers that we're drinking with fellow beer drinkers, so please give us some feedback. And also, if you guys enjoy episodes like this one, like, please let us know. I kind of do these when we don't have time to visit a brewery or beer festival or things like that. So if you guys actually want more of these or there's a specific beer you want us to review, just let us know in the comments and we will review it for you. That being said, my name's Jeff.
And I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you again on Let's Have some beer. Cheers. Today we are reviewing Dead Serious. It's a Goes, and it's from Jordan, and it's brewed with salt from the Dead Sea. So, who knows how it's going to taste? If you want to find out, stay tuned.